That's so sweet. Nah, we was outside this weekend. You see it. I had to walk up in the building in Tampa. Sometimes I forget I need all this. Just be talking. Slide this way. Yep. Appreciate you. Yep. Situated. Oh yeah, and it's Gator Week. Appreciate you. We back. Baby. It's your boy. Mr. The Savvy One himself. That is me. Y'all give it up one time. We back in this thing. And this is my first week where I lost more games than I won in my main leagues. I don't like it. We're going to talk about it. But first, y'all know what time it is. It is time for the Platform Superstars. Y'all see I'm getting better with them effects. Appreciate you. Anyways, we here, we live, we lit. We're not going to waste no time. Get right into the thing. Everybody welcome that boy CD Lamb back to the party. Appreciate you. I mean, I'm just kidding. When I laugh, I'm clapping. I hit the wrong button. When I laugh, I'm clapping. On the Sleeper app, that young man, CD Lamb, got us a cool 40.6 fantasy points to lead all scores for the entire week. One more time, give it up for that young man. Appreciate ya. Jalen Hurts, welcome back to the party. You know, he was looking a little... You know the rest. Anyways, he's back. 3 rushing touchdowns. We like those. Appreciate ya. Do y'all see the red circle? Number 3. Don't judge me. I didn't start Kirk Cousins. I don't know why. He's only had 2 good games this year, and both of them were against the same team, and I didn't start him either time. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking. Sorry. I'm sorry. I did it to myself. And, I mean, I would have lost anyway over here in the sleeper. We're going to get to all that. Because my opponent had quite the day at the office. Anyways, that boy Kirk Cousins ate up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I saw it live. Appreciate you for a cool 36 fantasy points. Bo Nix. I know y'all sitting over there like, Bo Nix. Bo Nix. Sean Payton got that thing going over there. It was only a matter of time. I don't know why Russell Wilson didn't fit over there, but he looked so good in Pittsburgh. These are all conversations for another day. Anyways, and y'all didn't know, but Matt Stafford is still in the NFL. He got all his weapons back out of nowhere last week. And 4 touchdowns, 280 yards. Appreciate you. Y'all give it up for Matt Stafford one time. And those are your platform superstars for the Sleeper app. We will slide on to the old OG special, where there's CD Lamb again. 39.6 over here. You already know the stats. 146 yards, 13 catches, 2 tuds. Appreciate you, CD Lamb, pulling up to the party. Speaking of that, y'all see I called it Platform Superstars this week. Whenever I'm into the breakdowns of my teams, I always say if a person pulled up or didn't pull up. So I might try and swing something with that. Like I said, I be changing this stuff on the fly all the time, and that's okay. The information is still being delivered, and we still having a good time. We like that. Get back to that later on. Anyways, Jalen Hurts, once again, 35.14 fantasy points over here. That boy Bo Nix, listen, there will forever be a joke in this circle that we call him Blow Nix because he went to Auburn first, and he wasn't very good. So, and then we saw him go to Oregon and be spectacular and almost win a national championship and all these things. And I'm like, Blow Nicks, bro. That guy. Like, anyways, long story. But he looked good in the NFL. So you got to give that man his credit, his props, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Real fast. I'm going to hit y'all with this. Number 4 on the list and the OG special is that boy, Led McConkey. Oh, by the way, Led McConkey. Appreciate you. That boy, Led McConkey, went to Georgia. I don't know if y'all knew that. Justin Herbert. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Justin Herbert. But right now, we're going to talk about Led McConkey. That man had to have a number 1 receiver out there in Charger land country. It is Lad McConkey. Appreciate you. Also, Will Disley, sneaky little tight end pick. You didn't hear it from him. You didn't hear it from me, though. Anyways. No longer having tight end problems, by the way. Me. Appreciate you. Kate Otten. Except Kate Otten was a tight end problem for me. In the sleeper app. That boy Kate Otten went off. He was part of that explosion on offense for my opponent that we about to talk about in a few minutes. Over here, he got a cool 29.1. You know, he had 81 catches, 81 yards, 9 catches with the 2 tuds against my Atlanta Falcons. You know what he did not have against the Atlanta Falcons? A victory. Anyways, that is your top 5 from the OG special. Moving right along to the It's Me. Appreciate you. And since we are more friendly to positions not named wide receiver over here, you see Jalen Hurts. You see Kirk Cousins. You see Bo Nix. You see in the Olive Ground League, Bo Nix had 29. He has 32 over here. It's because completions matter. Matt Stafford, almost 30 points over here, 29. And then that boy CD Lamb snuck in. I think that's 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And that boy CD Lamb snuck in there with a cool 27.3. Because 13 catches for 146 yards and 2 touchdowns will do that for you. Appreciate you. And so Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, Bo Nix. Was Bo Nix on all of them? Yes. 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 It is Bo Nix. Bo Nix is the rookie that is showing out this week. That boy Jaden Daniels played. We're going to talk about it. Anyways, give it up for the platform. So one more game. And efficiency speaks, so we about to slide right on into this thing. Get out your pillow and blanket because it is time to break down that sleeper app where I lost. Listen, I'll stop laughing at me. Listen. First of all, 147 points. That's not bad. And I had some like positions like not pull up to the party. Let me see. I'm finna slide through here real fast. Only 5 points from Nick Chubb, right? Nobody on defense scored double digits. Like I said, didn't for him either. But and listen. Anyways, 180.67 to 147.02. I started the wrong quarterback. That's my fault. Also, Trevor Lawrence went off. That's stupid because it won't happen too many more times. I don't think. I mean, I guess got Brian Thomas. Anyways, we still building over here. 147 points. That's the most points I've seen in a while. We was talking about 90-somethings and 90-somethings and 90-somethings over here. But Puka Nacua. Yep. That boy Puka Nacua is superhuman because he only practiced 1 time this week, and he warmed up with the team on Thursday, and he ended up playing, and he ended up leading the team in catches, yards, and I don't think he scored a touchdown, but he had 106 yards receiving on 7 catches, and he had 2 carries. He's back. This is why I told y'all I love Puka Nacua, but I still lost. So we got to break that down. Like I said, 180.67 to 147.02. Let's talk about it real fast. I guess I'm going to throw his up. Bam. Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to use the eye roll emoji there. I know I am, because where you been? That boy Bijan. That boy Bijan is here, has been here for the last couple of weeks. That is not shocking or surprising to me. Welcome back. Tua, tag your mama and play a Vailoa. Just activate everybody else in your offense, why don't you? My good friend, Mr. Tua Tags. Javon Achan, 10 carries, 97 yards. Math me, please. That's 9.7 yards a carry. 6 catches, 50 yards, touchdown. That would mean that Tua is back, because if you go look at the stats, the last time he had a game like that was with Tua. Keenan Allen did not pull up to the party, but it didn't matter because Trevor Lawrence, and that makes me sad. Devontae Adams was a little bit pedestrian. He did have 4 catches for 54 yards. Once again, Trevor Lawrence. It kind of makes me sad. Brian Thomas Jr. doing Brian Thomas Jr. things along with Trevor Lawrence. I got to keep saying it. I have to. This week. Who they play? Green Bay? Yeah, it was a good game for him. Trevor Lawrence. Brian Thomas Jr. only had 3 catches, but 60 yards and a touchdown will give you 15 fantasy points. Appreciate you. Kate Otten. The people that were catching passes for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't do too much, but that boy Kate Otten was eating good in the neighborhood for 9 catches, 81 yards, and 2 tutties against my beautiful Atlanta Falcons. It makes me feel better because they didn't beat us. So I had to count the Falcons as one of my victories this week, because if I didn't, I would only have 1 victory this week. Aaron Jones kind of ran into a little bit of a stout Rams defense on Thursday last week. He only had 58 yards on 19 carries. That is 3 yards a carry, I do believe, or something like that. 19, 30, 50. Yep, about 3 yards a carry. Just a smidge bit over. And 2 catches for 37 yards. That boy Bucky Irvin is the one, some letter A, B, or C in that backfield. It's got to be A or B. He's getting more playing time than Sean Tucker, and he's more efficient than Rachaad White. But then sometimes Rachaad White catches 2 touchdowns. So there you go. It go like that. But he had 9 carries, 44 yards. He had 7 catches for 40 yards to cool 15 fantasy points. The Jaguars gave up 30 points. So Trayvon Walker and Devin Lloyd did not do too spectacular. Kirby Joseph had 6 tackles and a pick. Appreciate you. For his defensive positions, to equal 180, Trevor Lawrence. I ain't making fun of Trevor Lawrence. I think, like, this is, if he was consistent, I wouldn't be salty. He's not consistent. So, whatever. Another story for another day. 180.67. We will slide over to my side now, where I did not play Kirk Cousins. I would have had 20-something more points in this game. Wouldn't have helped me. I still would have lost, but the score would have looked better. But Russell Wilson was pedestrian. He lost a fumble. He did have a touchdown. He did have 278 yards. Saquon did not score a touchdown. And that is why he only got me 12 points, because running backs over here, not friendly. Unless you catch the ball. Nick Chubb, same thing. 52 yards, no catches. So there's your 5.2 points. I want to say Stephon Diggs got hurt. He had a carry, which helps. He had 81 yards receiving on 5 catches. A little something. You see what Xavier Worthy can be when he's not your wide receiver 1. He only had 8 targets, 4 catches, 37 yards, touchdown. Appreciate you. Xavier Leggett. Also, I'll tell you, a lot of these people are getting carries, which makes you want to play them. Xavier Leggett against Denver. Scored a touchdown, 34 yards, 4 catches, 1 carry. No yards on the carry, but still 1 carry. Kyle Pitts, ladies and gentlemen. I told y'all Kirk Cousins was a tight end quarterback. It is here. It got activated on National Tight Ends Day. Appreciate you. Kyle Pitts, 91 yards, 2 tutties, 5 targets, 4 catches. Appreciate you. They just keep getting better. Him and Kirk, they are clicking. We'll talk about that in another segment. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Someone has to get targets over there in Titanland. So Calvin Ridley had himself a day yesterday. But that boy Westbrook-Akine had 4 targets, 2 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. 11.9 fantasy points, sneaky little play. Helped me get close to almost 150. That boy Puka. Puka is back. I like the matchups for the Rams as far as receivers go. Also, would matter playing Puka anyway, just me. Nick Bosa had a sack, hit the quarterback a few times, 3 total tackles, 7 total points. Nick Bosa things. Appreciate you. Bobby Wagner, same thing. Anytime he doesn't score 10 points, I feel like he took the day off, but he didn't. He had 7 tackles. The Bears only scored 15 points, and I think they scored all of them, if not most of them, in the fourth quarter. So I know y'all probably don't believe it, but the coach for the Commanders is Dan Quinn. And what is Dan Quinn known for? That's why we thought the Cowboys was going to be good, because that defense that Dan Quinn had. But that Commanders defense, you heard it here first. Appreciate you. Nick Carlson, 7 tackles, 4 solo, 3 assisted, equals 1.5 points for 3 assisted tackles. That's why it's only 5.5 fantasy points. 147.02 is not terrible. It is the most I've scored since, I want to say week 2. Nope, week 3. Yep. I was 270 week 3. I was going 154 week 1. And it's been 137 week 4. It's been pretty downhill from there. Just because the rebuild's been happening. I was giving pieces away, waiting on pieces, things like that. But we back in the 150 range. So, we get the right pieces started on the right week, and we will be good and solid over here. We're 2-5, but the rebuild continues. I did not expect to be super spectacular at Dynasty since it is my very first one, but I don't like losing, so I'm in a weird predicament of a spot. But we're gonna work it out. I think Puka and them they're gonna get it together for you, boy, and we're gonna be good. It is time for break number 1 of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what we do when we get back. We're going to go into that old breakdown for the OG special. And the old, it's Mr. Sat. Yep. And we will be right back after this very, 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 very short break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna go right into the boom, 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 boom. Appreciate you. We in the window. You know where we at. The old OG special. Where Kevin. Seven-game winning streak, ladies and gentlemen. And we are chugging right along. Now, I will say this. it was a little shaky. Also, I am still trying to move things around because I need one more solid piece in order to feel satisfied about a potential playoff run. We trying to work it out. So in a week or two, this thing could look a little bit different. You heard me? Also, I picked up some pieces. So I went ahead and got a little bit stronger on the bench so that I could potentially move some pieces around. That's okay. They don't want to help me win. I get it. I'm 7-1 now. Like, already got those 7 wins that I didn't get the first year and that I only got last year. I was just wishy-washy last year. It was up and down. Win, loss, win, loss, win. Yeah, one of them seasons. But not this year. 7 in a row. Appreciate ya. 119.36 to 111.6. I was losing on the Monday night games. When the Monday night game started, but I had Chris Boswell. So I really wasn't super worried because that dude don't miss kicks. And he get to kick a lot because he's in that category along with Brandon Aubrey and Justin Tucker. And y'all don't want to believe this, but what's the kicker for the Commanders? Austin Seibert. Yes, him. There's just a category. When you say kickers be kick, I say Young Wei. When I say kickers be kicking, but you got to say their name, Chris Boswell's in that category. Still the number 1 kicker in fantasy right now, currently. He saved me and made sure that we kept this winning streak alive, along with that boy Justin Herbert is here. Y'all heard me talk about Ladd McConkey earlier, right? I told you somebody got to throw to him, and I told you we would be back to this Justin Herbert business. And here we are. And that was against the Saints, and 26-8. Also, that Chargers defense. Appreciate you. Add them to the defensive rant list. I mean, when a team is weaker on offense and you shut them down like you're supposed to, that you still deserve credit for that. Because what if that game was 26-20? And we'd be like, what happened with the Chargers defense? And, oh my God, Spencer Rattler looked so good. And No, none of that, the Chargers said. Appreciate you. That boy Justin Herbert got me a cool 24 points. I think he threw 2 touchdowns. The key for Justin Herbert is he ran for 50 yards. The ankle is over with. We back, baby. Just saying. Ladd McConkey might be on my radar for the stack. But probably not because I got a whole lot of receivers. That boy Kyron Williams, appreciate you. Kyron Williams doing Kyron Williams things. Always pulling up to the party and in style as per usual. No big deal. You already went on your bye week. You know you're stuck in the lineup unless you die. Might not even take you out if you get hurt. Knock on wood. Just saying. For both of those things. I was just being dramatic. Jordan Mason. I have received reports that the days of Jordan Mason are numbered. We have already adjusted for it. No big deal, ladies and gentlemen. He hasn't been pulling up to the party anyway. So, like, I want to say for the last, I'm on a 7-game winning streak now. For the 4 of the 7, maybe even more than that. Matter of fact, I'm going to look right in front of y'all. I'm going to look because I just looked recently at this. And we're in the OG special, right? So I'm going to go to the OG special. I'm doing it on my phone because I got stuff set up over here. And I'm going to click on Jordan Mason. And I'm going to go to his game log. Yes. Now 4 weeks in a row. Under 10 fantasy points. And we haven't lost. So if I can just get 10 fantasy points in that spot, I probably will be fine. See Tyrone Tracy Jr. Appreciate you. So yeah, we'll see. Play that by ear as far as Jordan Mason goes, but he going to bye next week anyway. That gives McCaffrey even more time to get ready. Yeah, I think we might be coming along to that. The Sun God, Amon-Ra St. Brown, he did not score 10 fantasy points this week, which means, in my opinion, he did not pull up to the party. But he scored a touchdown. And sometimes that's all you need. Until you look at top 10 Drizzy right there. With not a top 10 performance this week, but that's okay, because guess who did have a top 10 performance this week? Along with every other tight end in the whole entire NFL. Because it's like people knew it was National Tight Ends Day, and now we just be feeding them boys on National Tight Ends Day. Everybody ate. George Kittle, Sam Laporta, Trey McBride, Kyle Pitts, Cade Otton, Tucker Kraft. The list goes on. Everybody ate in tight end land on Sunday. Appreciate that. Sam Laporta. Brian Thomas Jr. That's top 10 BTJ, by the way. 15 fantasy points. We talked about it earlier when I had to play against him, and it helped me lose. This week, I have him in this league. You know, we are rocking with that man, and it helped me win. Appreciate that, Brian Thomas Jr. And that Broncos defense. Do what you got to do against Carolina. I'm just saying, like, hey, whatever. And Bryce Young was starting. Beautiful. Magic. Perfect. It was like chef's kiss. It was like it was meant to be. And kickers be kicking, but it is Chris Boswell. He saved my life last night when I was watching the game. To equal 119.36, to equal 7-1, to equal 7 games in a row, to equal appreciate you, to equal I'm probably gonna be on that list for the longest winning streak of the year. We don't care about that. We're trying to win titles. I need it. I might change my team name over here, because while I do have both Drake London and Drake May on my team, I'm probably not going to start Drake May as long as I have Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert looking good. Really, I don't even care what he looks like. Justin Herbert scored 24 fantasy points. But I'm happy for him. I'm happy he looks good. But even more happy he outscored Baker Mayfield in fantasy points yesterday. Why? We're going to slide over to Kevin's side. Because that boy Baker Mayfield is still balling. No Mike Evans. No Chris Godwin. No problem for Baker Mayfield. Cade Otton, appreciate you. That's all I'm going to say. 22.3 of them things for Baker Mayfield. Joe Mixon is here. Appreciate that. Joe Mixon, my boy. Y'all clap it up for Joe Mixon. Cincinnati. Every time I see Joe Mixon do Joe Mixon things, I'm going to say Cincinnati. And I'll move on. Tony Pollard. Still doing Tony Pollard things. Another one we didn't expect. Y'all give it up for that boy TP. Appreciate ya. Tyreek Hill is back. Thank you. Tua, tag your mama and play the Violoa. Tua is back. It activates the offense over there in Miami. That boy DJ Moore did not pull up to the party because that Commanders defense. I know y'all don't. I need to go see. I know DeAndre Swift had himself a day, but it didn't get going until the fourth quarter. Well, the end of the third quarter, DeAndre Swift started popping off. But yeah, Trey McBride. It's National Tight Ends Day. Appreciate you. Javonte Williams went back to more pedestrian things by Javonte Williams. I don't know why, because it was that Carolina defense. And see, now they're going to start. I can hear it now. Javonte on a decline, downslide. Maybe Carolina just had a good day at the office. But that Bengals defense got hurts by Jalen Hurts to equal -4 points for them, which means they could not pull up to the party in negative land. And kickers be kicking, but Brandon Aubrey had a down day, so he only got 6 points to equal 111.60 for that young man named Kevin. He definitely was wishing that my team took the day off, but they did not do that. Or at least they came and pulled up enough for me to get this victory and stay on this winning streak. So, here we go. And that is the OG special on to the That young man KA came and clipped your boy. The winning streak is over here. I wish. So I'm always salty about losing. I don't like it. However, I am a optimist, and I do look forward to the future. We're gonna give this young man his props because I think it's his first year doing a fantasy league or fantasy team by himself. He usually just be looking over his dad's shoulder. Shout out to you, Bernie. That's my boy for 20-something years now. I watched all his kids grow up. Appreciate you. And now one of them is in the fantasy league. Talk about generational. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. And that young man Carter came through and beat me by 20. I don't like it. 107.5 to 88.7. But there's a reason for it. Let's talk about it. Throw that thing up. Bow. Appreciate you. Jalen Hurts. There it is. Appreciate that. 107 points. Jalen Hurts scored 33 of them. So, yep. Saquon, like I said, on the other side, Saquon had a down day at the office. Kinda. He still got 12. He didn't score a touchdown. Still got 12. Like, I think that's good. Bucky Irvin is a fantasy wide receiver. Running back 2. So those are running back 2 numbers. That boy Justin Jefferson is always pulling up to the party, no matter what. Khalil Shakir pulled up to the party also. Appreciate that on that Seattle defense. Amari Cooper is helping. Amari Cooper is helping activate the rest of that Bills defense or that Bills offense. Because I want to say Keon Coleman had a day at the office too. Yes. Dalton Schultz was one of the tight ends that did not eat on National Tight Ends Day. That's okay. Because they still beat the Colts. Debo did just enough to make sure the young man didn't have to worry about me coming from behind. Also, I had Jordan Mason while he had Debo Samuel. You saw how that went. That Packers defense, I don't know what happened over there. Yes, I do. Trevor Lawrence. I don't like it. Kickers be kicking. That boy Kaimi got 11 points. Gotta say their name when they get double digits, you know? Or if they're famous, like Brandon Aubrey and Justin Tucker and... Oh, Greg Zerline, I forgot about him, but he's been missing kicks this year, hasn't he? He's been missing kicks this year, so... Whatever. That's another story for another day. To equal 107.5 for the young man. Good on you, Carter. I'm proud of you, my boy. Your team looked good. Your team looked good. It's wide receiver heavy, which normally doesn't do well or as well in this league, but he got the right ones. That boy snuck Debo in the 3rd round. He was like, what? Debo's here? Not anymore. I remember Bernie telling me the story. And got him Debo in the 3rd round. I was like, okay, Slime, I see you, my boy. He will slide over here to the Easy Breezy Beautiful Cover Girl team, where Jordan Love only got me 2.5, but he did get hurt in the 2nd quarter, and he did not play for most of the 2nd half. This is why my optimism is still high, because if I would have got 25 from Breece Hall, this would be a different conversation, right? Because that's 22 more points. Breece Hall had a pedestrian day at the office, and the Jets lost to the Patriots. Something is going on over there. Drake May. That's what I think. J.K. Dobbins. One of the steals of the draft. We appreciate you, J.K. Dobbins, for pulling up to the party. Get off y'all feet and stand up. That boy Puka Nacua. You see it. Puka Nacua is back. My 2nd round pick. Appreciate you. I waited for you. I know that it didn't help me get the victory this week, but this may be the first time all year that I've had 2 receivers score double-digit fantasy points, because that boy Terry McLaurin also had 12.5 fantasy points. Appreciate both of y'all pulling up to the party at the same time. And Kyle Pitts. There you go. Standing ovation. Jeezy voice. Cool 21.4 over here. Them 2 touchdowns, them 90-something yards, 4 or 5 catches. I'm going to need you to secure the ball when you go into the end zone, my boy. We can't be having this. You had me nervous as hell at the game. Almost had me looking foolish in front of them fans. We'll talk later when I see you in a couple weeks. But, yeah, you almost had me. Matter of fact, I might see you next week because y'all play Dallas and Wifey is a Cowboy. We might be working that out. I don't know for sure. We already had potential other plans, but going to football games is going to be our new shtick since we love football so much. You know what I'm saying? And we got them tickets pretty inexpensively. Go shop. Jordan Mason, the same thing is happening over here. However, I have Rachaad White and Tyler Algier on the bench and Breece Hall and J.K. Dobbins. So I already have the running back thing covered. I'll probably just drop Jordan Mason over here and let wherever McCaffrey's at, then pick them up because the computer, I want to say one of the auto teams, because you know when people don't pay their dues, they gotta get out of here. I want to say one of the auto teams has McCaffrey, and shout out to ESPN, but y'all need to work it out so that the auto teams can trade, because y'all got stuff sitting in purgatory over there, and we got some good offers out here in these streets for these players. That's my rant today. I'm gonna be quiet. That Broncos defense, appreciate you pulling up to the party every week. The Broncos play the Ravens this week. I'm starting the Broncos defense. Unless when I look at waivers later on and I see a spectacular matchup, I can't see me dropping the Broncos defense because they play in Baltimore. And my bench is pretty solid, so I can't see me. I don't know, man. No risk it, no biscuit. But I don't stream defense. I have me a good one. So it's something that I got to think about. And kickers be kicking. That boy Youngway missed the field goal on Sunday. He made me sad. But we didn't lose, so I was happy. A dude got a little bit too personal at the game. Team, that's another part of the rant. I'm going to leave that alone. So I got a 2-point rant today. To equal 88.7, Jordan Mason also got hurt. I got to, plug that in. Jordan Mason got hurt, Jordan Love got hurt. So both Jordans got hurt. I could have had Jordan and Jordan going on over here. It's a Breece Hall show. It's all about Breece Hall. To equal 88.7, like I said, a couple of things would have been different. Like, I could have started Sam Darnold and Rachaad White, and we had a victory. Which I thought about starting Rachaad White because while Atlanta does win games, they do give up yards and points. They're in the bottom half of the league in both of those categories. So I got points down here waiting to be scored. I thought this draft was a deeper draft for me. But we are 5-3. We are now on a 1-game losing streak. Let's see what these waivers look like because I haven't gotten to there yet. I'm actually filming a little early. But however, we will go on that second break right now. And since I got through both of those lineups, you know what's coming on the other side. The old Poobaroo special. Appreciate you. Those lineups. Appreciate you. And that rant to end it all. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we're going to slide right into, before I do the, do I want to do the poopy doops first, or do I want to do the lineups first? I think I will do the lineups first, since I have the sleeper one pulled up right in front of me. We'll jump right into it, throw that thing up. Ow, appreciate you. Kirk Cousins and Saquon and Nick Chubb and Puka and Stephon Diggs if he plays, and Xavier Worthy and Kyle Pitts and Xavier Legette and Nick Westbrook-Ikine probably will stay in the lineup just because he produced. Like, what? Why do you take somebody out who's being productive? And his situation changed, and he immediately became a producer after his situation changed. So he was always the wide receiver 3 over there anyway. Now he's wide receiver 2 on a team that's probably going to be thrown on a regular basis because they be losing all the time. Appreciate that. I'm going to pull my first person out of the taxi squad this week over here and put Dallas Turner in the lineup for Nick Bosa. I'll drop somebody on the bench. It don't matter. Did I say Dallas Turner? Not Dallas Turner. Jared Verse. Because I don't know if y'all been watching the Rams, but that boy is balling. Appreciate that. And then Bobby Wagner and Nick Cross will still be stand in the lineup. Russell Wilson is on bye, which means I have to start Kirk Cousins. I will not start Anthony Richardson. But this is Dynasty. I will also not trade Anthony Richardson. In redraft, I'm about to drop Anthony Richardson. So, because it don't matter. At the end of the year, they all go away anyway. I need the space on my bench. I got stuff to do. Nobody wants to trade with me. Nobody wants to trade. We'll get back to that. Part 3. I got 3-part rant today. So, I got to do it my way, which I've won titles doing it that way. So, whatever. So that is the lineup for the Sleeper app. We will go on to the old OG special. And I think we may have found something in, hold on, wait. Appreciate you. I think we may have found something in Justin Herbert. We are going to continue to rock with that young man for the time being. You know, Kyron Williams, and it's a stand. And after 3 double-digit performances in 4 games to go along with 4 straight not double-digit performances, along with the bye week coming up for Jordan Mason, if that boy Tyrone Tracy is playing, he is in the lineup. And that's that. If he's not, then I'll just put in Devin Singletary. That's why I got them both. So there you go. The Sun God is here. Top 10 jersey is here. As long as Jameson Williams is out, this is top 10 Sam Laporta, also. Double-digit fantasy points since he's been gone. Kelly Clarkson, boys. BTJ, all day, baby. That's top 10 BTJ, by the way. Appreciate you. And I told y'all that I was starting that Broncos defense against the Ravens. And I am. Because when it's the number 1 defense in fantasy, if they get me 4 points, for some reason, I'm satisfied with that performance production. They have not really come close to having a down performance, except they were just okay against that on the rise, Justin Herbert and the Chargers. So I know Baltimore is the best defense or the best offense in the league. I know this. As I sit here with you right now, I'm going to go look at the list because kickers be kicking. And in the OG special, Young Wei Koo's out there. Will Reichert is out there. 2 kickers that I might be going after. So there is that. Because Chris Boswell's on a bye. But I got to figure out, I don't know if I want to drop that man. You know? Or maybe I do, and I'll just pay to get him back. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Because, kickers be kicking, but if you can get you a number 1 kicker, I got a number 1 defense and a number 1 kicker. Why would I drop those? Unless one of them gets hurt or one of them starts performing terribly, which I don't see either of those things happening. The Broncos defense scored double-digit fantasy points without their best corner on the field 1 week. So, jot that down. Wifey voice. So, we will have a new Kickers Be Kicking person in the Kickers Be Kicking spot next week for that. And we got that on that side. Now let's switch on over here to the other side. If Jordan Love is active, he is in my lineup. That is as simple as that gets. Breece Hall, you never come out until you go on by. J.K. Dobbins, same thing. Puka Nacua, same thing. Terry McLaurin, same thing. Well, Puka, you don't never have to come out again. J.K. Dobbins, you don't have to come out again. You got to buy Breece Hall, and you got to buy Terry McLaurin. And Kyle Pitts, you also have a buy, but it's different from Tucker Kraft's buy, who was on my bench. Cortland Sutton, I want to say your buy is later in the year too. Yes, but your quarterback is also on the rise, so you might get some playing time here. I would have had 3 double-digit wide receivers last week, but Cortland Sutton fumbled. He was on the bench anyway. But either way. Once again, I'm starting that Broncos defense against the Ravens. I know it sounds crazy and dumb, but when your defense is number 1, what do you do? Yeah. Anyways. And kickers be kicking. That boy Young Way is in the lineup until week 12 when he go on that bye. So, if I change anything, you know, I should drop a little. I'll be trying to get myself off of projects that I don't really be having time for. So, we'll get back to that. Now, we're going to get into one of my favorite times. Throw that piece of poop on the screen. Bang. It's time for the old who didn't pull up to the party. There you go. Shaggy babies. Poopy pants. Pooped in his big, however you want to say it. I don't want to take nothing from nobody else's show. They're going to be coming to get me for copyright and all that, you know, because they famous. I'm not famous. I just listen to them for analytical advice from the backhand side. But yeah, let's, I'm going to use the old OG special to slide through. The first one I can start with is Jordan Mason. You let me down. How dare you? I'm going to say Brown and Drake London. They were just pedestrian, even though the Sun guy scored a touchdown. DJ Moore, not very good this week. That Bengals defense, ill. Kickers be kicking, but Brandon Aubrey only had 6 points, so that would be considered, I don't know, would you consider that down? I'll consider that down for him. Jameson Williams being suspended. I'm calling you out every week. Gabe Davis got hurt, I'm gathering. So that's why he didn't pull up to the party. Chuba was just okay, but he did go up against that Denver Broncos defense. Amari Cooper did not pull up to the party. Tyler Lockett did not pull up to the party. That Ravens defense ran to Jameis. Kickers be kicking. Justin Tucker missed the field goal yesterday. I know. I can't wait to see what comes of Bo Nix in the future. Jaden Reed did not pull up to the party. That Minnesota defense got Matthew Stafforded. Appreciate that. Let's see. Roma Dunze was just all right. Damn, we got all that firepower on the bench over here. That's unfortunate. Oh, he did win, though. I guess that works out. Najee came through for that boy. Everybody on his team pulled up. Caleb Williams did not do super hot. Mark Andrews was the touchdown scorer for the tight ends in Ravenland. Nick Chubb was not very good. Travis Etienne is hurt. Brees Hall was just okay. Yeah. Aaron Jones was just okay. Devontae Adams was just okay. Jordan Addison, not very good. That Bears defense, not very good yesterday. Sunday. I do that every time. Juju is hurt. Can't count the injury. I try not to count injuries. So while I'm sliding through here, there's T. Higgins was hurt. He scored 100 points with 2 people on the line. They got 0. That's crazy. Oh, Calvin Ridley, Kyle Pitts. Yeah, Rashad White. That's what happened. Dalton Schultz missed the tight end party yesterday. Unfortunately for him. Brian Robinson Jr. was just okay. That Bears defense is decent against the run. I don't know what happened over there. Jaden Daniels. Cole Kmet also did not pull up to the tight end party. But that boy George Kittle did. as he always does, Mr. Inventor of National Tight Ends Day. Ken Walker, 12 yards rushing. Not very good. Keenan Allen, not very good. The Jets, not very good. I think I got them most. Yeah, see, DeAndre Swift had a real good day. I think I got most of them, everybody. The Cincinnati Bengals backfield, not very good. Can remember this name, Kendall Milton. Appreciate you. You heard it here first. All right, I think I got most of the poop out of the way. I did the lineups. I did the poop. It is time to do the talk. I use the Olive Garden for the lineups, you know. That's why I don't say numbers when I'm sliding through. I say the names and I say they didn't do very good. Or they didn't pull up the plate. Yeah, they don't do numbers because the numbers are different for each platform. That way you keep it less confusing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This week it is a 3-part special. I don't know if you guys know. That's not how I want to start. I don't know if you guys believe the same thing that I believe, but when I first started playing fantasy football, I did not believe in trading either because I was scared that I would give something to somebody else. And I guess now that I'm in this position of, like, specifically in my Olive Garden league, of being at the top of the league, I ain't never felt what it was like for people to, like, reject trades because they don't want to help you. And so I'm texting my boy, the commissioner. I'm like, dang, dog, nobody want to trade. He's like, welcome to success. He's like, don't worry. Somebody will get desperate. I don't think they will, though. And that's okay. Because, back to my original point, playing the waivers is just as important. Playing the waivers is probably more important throughout the season because, you know, you can only draft once. But you can pick up a player that could change the entire season in week 9. So, this league is forcing me to play the waivers because they don't want to trade with me. And I'm like, now that I realize what success is, it means I have enough pieces that I can give away something good. Like, I don't have to, like, I'm not like throwing together 2 wide receiver 2s to get a wide receiver 1. I'm asking for 2 running backs to get and giving away a top 10 wide. I'm like doing stuff like that. Like asking for a top 10 running back, getting a top 10 wide receiver, or giving away a top 10 wide receiver because I know receivers are more valuable. Those are the type of trades that I'm trying to make. Nobody wants any part of it. I got people sitting over here with two hurt receivers in their IR spot, won't take a receiver from me because they don't want to give me anything. But I understand. I'm here to let you guys know that I understand, and I'm sorry that you made me play the waivers because now it's going to be extra difficult because that's where I excel, in my opinion. Like, I remember years after years on top of years after years, I would have 150 acquisitions. And, you know, some of them will be picking up somebody at 3 a.m. realizing that you should have picked up this person at 7 a.m. and dropping that person you picked up at 3 a.m. Yeah, some of those acquisitions are that. But you got to go through that. Like, and if that's the way that I have to continue to be dominant, then that's what I'm going to do. So I'm sorry that you guys have to go through what you're about to have to go through. You guys already saw that I picked up Cedric Tillman already. So he'll probably be a key down the stretch. And that's good. Part 2 on that same note about the trades. I think that I got into this a little bit last week. Like, I don't know. I want to say have some integrity, but I don't think it's a lack of integrity. I think it's cool because you want to say no, but you don't want to say no. Like, why do you let trades sit for 2 days when you check your fantasy team every day? I don't understand. Can somebody comment in the comments on this last part of the video are the people that trade sit for 48 hours when they check their fantasy team every 6 minutes. If you guys are anything like me, a trade won't sit in my inbox for more than 20 minutes. Why? Because I'm not going to act like I don't know how I want my team to move. I'm not going to act like I haven't done research on what I feel like is beneficial to get me the most points to get in the best spot to win. And if I don't think what you offer me is going to do that, I'm going to let you know quick. Like, I'm not going to let it sit for 2 days just to expire. You could have just said no. You know, like, I don't know. That's a lot of what I went through. I had 4 trades out to 4 different players in the league, trying to give away the same player just to see who would strike first, and nobody did. And that's fine. That's on them. But yes, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I forgot what the third part of the rant was. So those 2 I have to do for this week. But public service announcement. Me and the commissioner of the Olive Garden League are in both leagues together. He's at the top of the league in my league, and I'm at the top of the league in his league. Isn't that ironic? Y'all give it up one more time. All right, I think I'm done. I think I got most of what I wanted to cover for this evening. I appreciate y'all sticking around with your boy. Go Falcons. Yes, I know Julio Jones don't play for them no more, but one of the best series we ever had. Appreciate you. And we beat Tampa Bay yesterday. Make sure you go tell all the fans. Appreciate that. Oh, I had a fan at the game tell us some F you. Oh, that's the third part. There it is. There it is. That's it. This is a game that we play, fantasy football. It is a game that we watch, football. You guys need to be respectful of other people and their families and all that stuff that they have going on. I would never yell F you or get personal with somebody at a game just because my team lost. That neither one of us play for, that we both have on merch for, that we both paid to get tickets to see. Like, you came here for the same reason I did. I just had the better result. That don't mean you got to get personal with me. Like, keep it football. Like, tell me how bad my team sucked. Tell me how we don't have any Super Bowls, because I know we don't. You know, tell me how 28-3. Like, I had to deal with 28-3 at a Buccaneers game yesterday. That's the cost of being a fan of my team that I'm willing to go through. But F you and you a B and all this, and that this one dude, he was a bigger dude too, which doesn't matter to me, was saying, I was like, man, you lucky. I was with the right people. It was, I actually got help from strangers. But, you know, my friends would have probably pulled me out of it. This group of friends would have pulled me out of it. I don't know. You got lucky. Because if it was a Falcons-Jaguars game where he was in Duval, yeah. But anyways, like, just, like, stop taking it so personal. Like, you really got no dog in the fight. Like, you know, you're just a spectator who loses money on this sport just like the rest of us. Like, just chill. Cool. And with that, we finna get up out of here because it's about to be Tuesday and I'm taking my wife to lunch. I love you guys. I appreciate even if it's the last one of y'all. We be back next week. Do it to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Good luck to everybody. Except my opponents, you the ops. Gotta say it every week. Love y'all. Peace.